because there's enough good stuff to go around for everybody, everywhere, all the time. I know you think I'm crazy for saying that, but it's totally true. It's totally true. It's totally true. Substellar companions in low-mass eclipsing binaries. Substellar means they're not quite planets and they're not quite stars. Or they might be planets, but they're definitely not stars. Companions mean that there's two or more of these pre-star, post-planet thingies. And low mass means they ain't too heavy. Binary means two. Means they ain't too heavy. I think I'll double check all this shit, man. Astronomers get real pissed off if you make mistakes. They get all angry, and then they bitch slap you a lot. On the internets and conspiracy theory forums.
The word star, man, it's an illusion.
Stay cool. I don't know if you know this. Thor News is for winners, and that's why you're here. So stick around. Hit the button, baby. This is a Thor News presentation. Thor News presents
Party Dance Time.
Alright, I don't think we understand the planet formation process very well, and I definitely don't think we understand the sun and star formation process very well. Science likes to disagree with me on this one, and they're like, oh no, we know a whole hell of a lot. And I'm like, okay, what is the process the planet goes from like a Jupiter to a super Jupiter to a hot Jupiter to a brown dwarf to a star? And then they'll show you charts with pictures so simple a kindergartner could understand them. And they'll say this is exactly how it is. And that would be like, can you string your million photographs together to show me this process? It sounds like it's one of the most amazing things you'd ever see in your life, a star being born. You know, I understand that's a very turbulent, very violent process. And the whole thing about, I haven't even started reading this article, I'm just interjecting my own personal science opinion, but it's like you have two planets. And imagine the planets kind of like demigods, you know, like the Greek gods with Zeus, Athena, Aphrodite, or the Norse gods, like Thor, Tyr, Balder, Freya, Sif, and what's-his-face. Or even like Marvel Comics, with Wolverine, Magneto, Armageddon, Venom, Brian Michael Bendis, whoever the villain is du jour. Or the DC universe, Batman, Superman, the Joker, Lex Luthor. And so, these two planet star thingies have to learn how to live, move, and groove in the same neighborhood. And here's the deal. Our solar system is just a giant high school. And I imagine it's the same way all across the universe, with some variations, you know. And so if these two planets, or stars, or substars, can't get along, one of them gets torn to shreds, or they both get torn to shreds, and boom, it gets ugly. And there's a lot of interstellar medium left behind. But if they find a way to coexist in harmony, and in love, and in resonance, and in rhythm, and create things just by doing what they do, then you get the beginning of a beautiful new solar system, and planets, and animals, people. That's my opinion. Let me try and read the article. This is abstract. I don't think I can get too far, because you gotta go to a paywall, I think, and, to learn about the great science. And I don't think I'm gonna do that today. Abstract. This is written by a lot of people. M. Wolf, P. Zashit, H. Kukachapa, Kukakov, Vrastil, Hornok, Smecker, Bilik, Pilarik, and Krastina. Oh geez, those names scared me, and I don't even know why. As part of our long-term observational project, we aim to measure very precise and mid-eclipse times for low-mass eclipsing binaries, which are needed to accurately determine their period changes. Over 200 new precise times of minimum light recorded with CCD were obtained for 3 eclipsing binaries with short orbital periods. Man, I kind of understand it, but it confused me to where it's hard for me to say it back to you. Like they're trying to figure out what's going on. And it sounds like they got a bunch of new photographs, which they should be able to string all 200 together and show us something, right? Right. And the results were this. We derived for the first time, or improved, the very short orbital periods of third bodies of between 1 and 7 years for all measured low-mass systems. What? We calculate that the lowest masses of the third components are between those of red and brown dwarfs. Ooh. The multiplicity of these systems also plays an important role in the precise determination of their physical parameters. This research is part of an ongoing collaboration between professional astronomers and the Czech Astronomical Society. Wow, I was just talking about how societies would give me the keyword of the day. Variable star and exoplanet section. Variable stars are stars that flare. They say some stars don't flare, but I find that hard to believe. How could you be a star if you ain't flaring at all? You know what I'm saying? I mean, every star's got to have some flare. I would think stellar dynamics always contained a great deal of variables. But like I said, you ain't gotta listen to me, but I do highly recommend that substellar, stellar, neostellar, and poststellar objects learn to orbit and share the universe around them. Because there's enough good stuff to go around for everybody, everywhere, all the time. I know you think I'm crazy for saying that, but it's totally true. It's totally true. It's totally true. All right. This has been fun. Kind of. God bless everyone. It's all right. Peace out. Did we learn anything today? Maybe. I don't know. Only that they're talking about brown dwarfs a lot these days. Planet 9s, Planet 10s, and Planet 11s. Something like that. T-dwarfs. Wait, can't be a T and a dwarf at the same time. You know what I'm saying? That's what she said. You know what I mean? That's what she said. You know what I mean? Peace out.